Well, first of all, we had a good week at home. We beat a really good Lamar team and really handled them, but then lost a tight one to SFA. So the first thing we got to do is flush that one out and start working on McNeese and get to play the best team in the league after a loss. So I don't think there's going to be any chance of not being up for this game. Playing the number one team on the road, they won I think 16 in a row. So it's going to be a great challenge for us, but we're excited for the opportunity.
Going down the stretch here, just what are you looking to kind of tidy up, clean up as you get towards the conference tournament? There's certain things you're still trying to kind of fine tune.
Well, last week at home, we probably played two of our best shooting games, 60% from three, but man, the turnovers really got us against SFA. So we got to really work on taking care of the basketball, especially down this home stretch here. Everybody's fighting for those positions. First and second get a double bye in the conference tournament. Third and fourth get a bye. So everybody's at the top is fighting, and everybody at the bottom is trying to get in the tournament. So every game is going to be just tough as nails, and it's going to be hard to win. And so we just got to take care of these turnovers and keep doing what we're doing on the backboards. We're rebounding really well. We're out rebounding our opponents, and I think with Gianna coming around now, Kayla's coming around, our shooting's coming around. We just got to take care of the basketball.
Do you manage the final 5 games of conference play any different than you have to this point?
No, not really. I think if you start looking ahead, that's when you start getting yourself in trouble. So we're just focused on McNeese right now, and then on Friday we'll start the scout on Southeastern. So we won't look ahead. We'll just try to look and see who's in front of us and get prepared for that game.
What do you feel like from the last McNeese game, really went wrong early that you're just hoping to fix this time around?
They were just tougher than we were. They were so physical and athletic, and we can't simulate their speed in practice unless we brought in the men's team. But they're so athletic that their athleticism really took over that game early and really kind of punched us in the mouth. So we got to be ready to go from the jump and be a little tougher and be able to handle their offensive rebounding. They really crash the boards, and they can get downhill on you. They're good from the foul line, and they don't turn it over. They have the least amount of turnovers in the league, so we have to play one-shot defense on these guys to have a chance.
Do you feel like when you look at the McNeese matchup, the most important thing in trying to stay in that game is on the defensive end?
No doubt, and offensively, we cannot turn the ball over. They take your turnovers and they make them. It's a layup show, and they feed off of live ball turnovers. If we're going to turn it over, we need to throw it in the fifth row so they can't go get a layup on the other end. So those are going to be the most important things: taking care of the basketball and matching their physicality.
How much are you looking at seeding as you guys go into this game, into these games, or are you not talking about that at all? Just trying to take care of this.
No, we're not really talking about it. I mean, as coaches, we know if win or lose, we're still going to be in second place, or at least a tie for second. So depends on what everybody else does in the league. But I think you got to focus on just the team in front of you, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. And if we do the right things, and the basketball gods will shine down on us if we do things right. So we're going to continue to just prepare one at a time.
And it's a tough 3-game stretch going Lamar, SFA, McNeese, the top 3 teams in the conference along with yourself. So what are some of the things you've liked about the way the team handled the first 2 that you think could help give you a chance against McNeese?
Well, I thought we spent a lot of energy against Lamar. It's a team that we've struggled with over the years, especially with their athleticism. We pretty much dominated that game. We played really well, and we looked a little flat coming out on Saturday, but we're able to turn it around and give ourselves a chance to win. But when you're playing these top teams, it's a possession by possession game, and any possession could be the one that gets you the win or gets you the loss. So we got to really value the basketball, and I think that McNeese makes that a challenge on everybody they play. But we feel like with Aaron and Bunny out there, and G coming along at the guard position as well. Hopefully this time around, it's been a good 7, 8, 10 games since we played them, that we can be ready this time for what they're going to do.
Southeastern has won a few. They've kind of found their rhythm. So how do you make sure that, that what happened last week doesn't happen this week, where you expend so much of yourself on that first game that maybe you're a little bit flat on Saturday?
Yeah, we're going to need to play our bench a little bit more than we have been. I think we got to get Riley and at least some minutes in there to spill Charlotte a little bit. And I mean, poor thing's played 40 minutes every game. We got to give her a little bit of breather here and there, maybe at the end of the quarters. And same thing with Bunny. We got to move Aaron over to the point a little bit and try to stay. You want to keep your best guys out there all the time, but it's that fine line of, man, are we wearing them out? So that second game's a little tougher. So to your point, yeah, we're going to have to use our bench more for sure.
Coach, so on the topic of Charlotte, I wanted to ask you a few questions. So what separates Charlotte from the other top players in this conference?
I think it's just her work ethic. She's you go in the gym right now, she's the only one in there. Before we start practice at 11:15, she'll be in there for an hour working on her game. And she had 17 rebounds the other night on Saturday, but didn't score very well. So obviously she's going to be in the gym getting shots up. And she's probably the hardest worker that we've ever had here. And I think that's what separates her away.
And so, in terms of her rebounds, what would you say makes her such an outstanding rebounder given her track record?
I don't know, you guys are too young, but there's this guy named Dennis Rodman that played that just had a knack for the basketball. And she kind of reminds me of that. She just knows where the ball's going to go. And both ends, offensively and defensively. Some people say you have a nose or a knack for rebounding, and she certainly does. But a lot of that's just her conditioning is so good that she can play 40 minutes a game. Most players can't, and that's all mental toughness. And she's able to mentally grind through games, and that's why she can continue to have good numbers on the rebounds, because she's playing a lot of minutes and she knows where the ball's going to go. And you have to be mentally tough to continue to do that game in, game out. She's number 2 in the country in rebounding right now. I mean, that's over 4,600 players. She's number 2. That's pretty special.
Definitely. And so going back to her injury earlier in the season, how did she handle being injured and having to sit out of those 6 games?
She didn't like it. She's her whole life she's never had an injury, so she was pretty frustrated. But she had the pin put in and wanted to play 2 days later, and obviously the doctors weren't going to let her do that. But that just shows you how much she loves to play. And she missed 6 games, and we were able to win a couple of them, but I think we lost 4 of those 6 games. So definitely need her on the floor.
And did you notice anything different about Charlotte after her return back on the court?
She looked like she'd never been hurt. She just kept doing what she does, rebound. I think her first game back, she might have had 20 points, or her second game back, 20 points and 20 rebounds. So, the doctor healed it up good, or she healed well. The doctor fixed her, and she was just back to being Charlotte.
And so my final question for you, Coach, what does Charlotte mean to this program in terms of historically?
She'll go down as one of the greats. I mean, her rebounding record, it's going to be really hard for anybody to beat, because most kids don't stay at one school for 4 years anymore. And plus, she started pretty much every game for 4 years, and that's hard to do too. So I think rebounding, scoring, she's going to be in the top 10 maybe. Block shots, she's already number 1. I think the mark that she's going to leave in our program is what she's done for our younger players, and her example that she has left for the rest of the program. And you're always going to have your core players come back each year, or some of your core. Then you always, in this day and age, you got to bring in transfers and all those kind of things. But Charlotte, her 4 years of loving UTRGV and setting the standard has turned our program around for sure. And we feel like we can continue to win basketball games, and a lot of that has to do with what she's done for this program.